Psalm 137 is a lament psalm that expresses the sorrow and longing of the Israelites who were exiled from their homeland. The psalmist expresses his grief and despair at being separated from Jerusalem and the temple, and laments the loss of their way of life and culture. In the beginning of the psalm, the psalmist describes the sorrow and pain of the Israelites, who were forced to leave their homeland and live in a foreign land. He laments that they are unable to sing the songs of the Lord in a strange land, and longs for the day when they can return to Jerusalem. The psalmist then goes on to express his anger towards their captors, the Babylonians, and their taunts and mockery. He vows that if he forgets Jerusalem, he will forget his right hand, and his tongue will cling to the roof of his mouth. The psalmist concludes the psalm with a plea for God to remember the Israelites and their suffering, and to punish their enemies. He expresses his desire for the Babylonians to suffer the same fate that they inflicted upon the Israelites, and to be destroyed as they destroyed Jerusalem. In summary, Psalm 137 is a lament psalm that expresses the grief and despair of the Israelites who were exiled from their homeland. The psalmist longs for the day when they can return to Jerusalem and worship God in their own land, and expresses anger towards their captors and their taunts. The psalm ends with a plea for God to remember the Israelites and punish their enemies. The psalm offers comfort to those who are experiencing grief and loss, reminding them that God sees their suffering and will bring justice in due time. We create content that empowers believers to live their faith in everyday life. If you want to be part of this movement, hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey.